Okay, so welcome into the Puck Drop podcast. We're very, very excited today. We have a special guest, as you can see, speaking to us all the way from Sweden. This is Finnish defender Ronja Savolainen. She is drafted by the Ottawa Charge, the first time that we can say the name. Welcome in, Ronja.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
You're so welcome. We're so happy to check in with you and see how your summer's going. So can you tell people, as I said, you are in Sweden. You've been there all summer, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm usually always in Sweden, in Gothenburg, where's my partner Anna is coming from. We have all the off-ice workouts there. It's an awesome place where we always work out. And now I'm in Luleå, where I'll be playing my 8 years, and we have our house here, so it's easy to come here. It's kind of our second home for me and Anna. But I mean, it's been a great summer. A lot of workouts, focusing on being faster, stronger, just ready to come there and fight for a spot and be the best version I can be. So yeah, it's been great. But I'm just waiting to move to Ottawa and get the things started there.
Yeah, we're all just waiting. It's taking a little bit too long right now with so much other hockey starting. So speaking of that, you're in Luleå, where, as you said, you played for 8 years in the Swedish Women's Hockey League, SDHL. So you are working out, you and Anna both working out with the team in the mornings, it sounds like. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, we usually, it kind of depends during the days. Like when the women's team needs a player, they ask us or other people too. But I've been practicing with them a few times. Other than that, I'm just on the mornings with the goalies, other goalies from the school, shooting for them. And then there's this other junior like girls team we've been practicing with too. So it's a lot of teams we can practice with. So it's easy to be up here. We know everyone, so
Yeah.
it's easy to get the ice time too if you need to go there and shoot or just skate or whatever. So we've been loving to be up here, and of course it's our second home, as I told you. So it's nice to be up here.
Yeah. So Luleå and the SDHL have just started their first games on this past weekend. Is it, as you said, you played there 8 years. Is it hard to watch them jumping back into the games and you're not with them anymore?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I mean, in the beginning when we came here, I was pretty like, oh, it sucks to be here. I just want to be with a team now and have fun and be with the girls and just just laughing every day. And you come there and you just have this schedule in front of you and you know what to do. And now it's like kind of up to you to just get up and you need to go to the gym, you need to go on the ice. And then you see the other players who you'll be playing with for 8 years having fun on the ice and getting things going and getting those games. So it was pretty tough to watch them, and I think it's gonna get tougher to just watch them live too. But I mean, I can be the biggest supporter now and just be there and cheer for them and hope they're gonna win the gold to Luleå again. So yeah, it's tough, but it's also nice to be there and cheer for them.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on who's playing there, and Luleå is still one of the favorite teams. I think they're still, could be among the top teams. So, but they'll miss Ronja. If you haven't checked the highlights, folks, you should check on YouTube for Ronja's highlights with Luleå. It's so fun to watch, and when we won the championship and had the shiny gold helmets on. So you played with 3 other Luleå teammates, played with your teammates on Luleå, obviously, that were drafted is what I'm trying to get to. So we have spoken with Noora, Tulus, who was a wonderful guest. She got drafted by New York. And your D partner, Daniela Pejšová, drafted by Boston. And you were the very next pick by Ottawa. So Well, a two-part question, I guess. Can you tell us a tiny bit about what that draft day was like? Oh, and sorry, and your partner Anna Shelbeen was drafted in Montreal. I just remember the three of you so well from seeing you. Yeah. So all different teams for the four of you. And could you tell us a little bit what that draft day was like with your friends and teammates? And then as you each got drafted, and then I'll follow up with that about playing against each and every one of those three on different teams.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big day. All of us, we were super nervous. When we woke up, we were just like, oh, we didn't just want to sit down. It was like, we need to do something just to get this day kind of off, that it's going to be the evening and just to know where we're going to play. So we were so nervous. I think all of us had like shaky legs, just shaking the whole body. And you didn't like, it's pretty hard because the language and everything. When we saw it's gonna be like an interview after that, everyone's gonna hear you talk there, and you're just like a little bit nervous, and like it's like almost too much nervousy.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it was like it was a big day, and a dream come true day too. And I'm so happy I got to share it with those two people. It was amazing trip with Dada and Noora, but we were so nervous. But I mean, just being there with each other, it made it a little bit easier too, because we can just kind of go back to each other and just like, okay, let's breathe. It's gonna be a big day, and we could finally know where to play next season. So it was a great day, but also a little sad that we didn't get drafted on the same teams. But we already knew it's not gonna happen. But I mean, it's gonna be nice to meet each other. Maybe give a little hit to them, so get up.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
no. I mean, it's awesome to play against them. For sure, it's gonna be more beating against Noora because she's a forward or center.
Yeah.
She's more against us Deeds. She has a lot of talent, so I need to have my brains going and my legs going too, because she has a lot of talent, and she's so smart. You never know what she's heading up to and what she's thinking about the next thing she's doing out there.
Can I interrupt? Sorry about Noora. You started playing with her when you were very young. I think, was it 13 or 16 when you were just
yeah, I think we were 15 or 16.
Yeah, that. So as you said, she's a forward. Daniela and Anna are both D, so maybe you won't get to hit them. But yeah, I just especially wanted to ask about Noora a little bit. You played with her obviously on Team Finland too. Have you ever played against her? Except in
No, never. Actually, never. So it's gonna be the first time actually. So it's gonna be hard because we always been, best friends out of hockey too, and just like hanging out and calling each other when there's something on our minds and whatever. So I'm happy she's also in the same time zone, so we can just call each other and helping each other with the journey there too. But yeah, it's gonna be tough to not have her on the same team. She's an awesome teammate, always been there for me, and of course I think she will still be there and I will be for her. But we always usually sit like with each other on the at the locker room, and now you don't have her there, so it's gonna be sad, but life is life. Hopefully in the future we will be in the same team, but we will still be in the same national team, so that's lucky me. But yeah, and also like playing against Daniela, I know how she's playing, and she loves to have the puck, and I think we're gonna meet each other at the corners too, because she's a D who loves to take the puck up and be there like a dangerous. She's almost like a forward. You can tell when she gets a puck, she's everywhere, and that's a great thing as a D. So it's gonna be hard to compete against her, and she's also very very strong, and you never know what she's doing the next step, so it's gonna be nice and hard to play against her.
Yeah, I asked her the same question, and I think she said you might laugh a little bit to see each other at first, before the game, and
yeah, we will.
And then you get to visit afterwards, so
Yeah.
once the game's over, it's all good. And when, so let me ask you about Anna getting drafted to Montreal. On draft day, you probably listened and waited for her name carefully. And did you already know how close that was to Ottawa?
No, I actually didn't know. I think it was Erin Ambrose who came to me and she was like, "We're so close to each other," and I was like, "Oh, really?" Like, I didn't really know how many hours it would be with the car, and I think it was about 2 hours,
Yeah.
or something. So we couldn't be luckier than that. Like that was the best teams we could end up both in, and yeah, I'm super happy for her. I was super excited and so nervous also, when where you heading up to, and you just want to hear her name coming up on the screen too, and see that she's also ending up to this league. So yeah, when I heard her name, I actually cried a little bit because that was like, you kind of just let everything out of your body. I was like, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Now we have this same journey in front
Yeah.
of us. It was amazing.
Yeah, that would be a big relief. And then I'm sure you called her, texted her. It's just
Yeah.
so much to take in. There are going to be so many new things for you. Have you ever been to Canada? I should ask. I'm sure you have with the World Championships. Silly question, but I mean, have you been to Ottawa? Do you know about the city or any other cities in Canada?
I've never been to Ottawa, but I heard a lot of good things. It's a cozy town, and I can't wait to come there and just get to know everything. But I haven't been that much. It's just like the camps or World Championships. Other than that, I haven't been. I think I were in Halifax, but other than that, I haven't been anywhere else.
Yeah, so a lot to get used to. And so, of course, we have to ask now about the new Ottawa Charge name and logo that we're recording this. I think you're the first player we've gotten to speak to actually ask you.
Awesome.
Yeah, so those were announced and a lot of excitement and the colors. What do you think of the name and logo?
No, I love it. Ottawa Charge. I mean, we're always charging ready, so I think that's perfect. And I like the logo too. I didn't even know that we're supposed to change all these things. Like, I'm so confused. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna play there. That's all I know. And when I heard it's gonna be the new logo and name, I was like, oh, really? And I think that was perfect timing too, and finally get like the own logos and names for the teams. So I mean, it's great. I love the logo and the name. So
yeah. And the colors are a little bit like Luleå. The red is darker red, I think, but they've added the gold color that is similar, so you'll be used to that. But
yeah, that's perfect.
We're still getting used to it. It's hard, we're used to saying PWHL Ottawa, PWHL Montreal, things like that. Now we have to switch, but
to learn all the names.
Yeah, on social media they changed all their, all the graphics, and so we're still getting used to that, but you'll be on the first team to wear those new jerseys. And do you know, I know you wear number 88, which I think I remember telling you at the draft. I love that number. It's a strong number. Like you have to be pretty sure of yourself, and please go check out Ronja's highlights. Do you know if you have that number yet, or have you not heard?
I don't know anything. Hopefully that. If not, then just taking something else. I don't really care about that, but of course, if the 88 is available, I will for sure take that.
Yeah, it's a good number. So, and behind you, we see your Team Finland jersey, and then Anna's team's Sweden jersey. Yeah, that's nice. And you were
more like this. I like this one.
There you go. Put your support. You better be right in the middle, or she'll hear about it.
Oh, I'm gonna be more like this.
Well, since we are going to talk about Finland, when you played in the Women's Euro Hockey Tour, the brand new tournament that is going to rotate teams. So this year it was in Switzerland with, help me out, Sweden, Finland, Czech, and Switzerland, right?
Yeah.
And what was that like? Probably just good to get some game action.
Yeah, it was nice. It's always nice to get those games, and for sure for us who's not gonna play for a while. But I mean, of course, it's always nice to, the first camp. It's a lot of practice, and the game book, how we should play, and all these kind of things. So it's also not the easiest camp. It's August. You're not supposed to be the best player in that point, but yeah, it was okay camp for Team Finland. Like, we didn't play the best game, or the games. I think the last game was fine. But I mean, the Sweden game was yeah, that sucks, to be honest. More we were leading 4-1, and I think we lost 7-5 or something. So that was not the greatest game for our part, but
high scoring game. Yeah, very high scoring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's hockey. Like, we didn't play good. We were just making it hard for each other and not helping each other. We're just trying to be, just like going one by one instead of going together. So yeah, we have a lot to learn to the next camp in Sweden. But I mean, it was nice to go to Switzerland, even though you didn't see that much. But it was super warm, hot. So I think I was sweating 24/7, even though I went for a cold shower. It was still sweating after. So it was pretty different kind of weather than you used to when you're being on ice. But it was super nice. I was happy to see all the girls, and we were having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was happy. I did a couple videos on those games, and you're right that I could see your team, probably all the teams got a little bit better. Only played 3 games each, but yeah, the last one, technically you won the bronze medal, right? I think that is how it, if you were to do it that way. So that's good. But yeah, just a good warm up for you.
Yeah.
And then I do want to move on to a couple of topics, and then we'll let you go because your time is precious. I forgot to ask you if you do know any of the players on Ottawa. I know, the Susanna Tapani is in Boston. Noora will be in New York. Gosh, maybe I should have done some research, do you think, of where the Finnish players, if there's other Finnish players.
I just think it's us 3.
Yeah. And but you'll know your players from the SDHL. Is there anybody on Ottawa that you've played with or no? I'm trying to scan in my mind. There's a lot of Czech players and the coach from the Czech team, of course.
Yeah, I don't think there's any I've been playing with, but as you say, the Czech people, I know them a little bit. Other than that, I don't really know anyone. But it's gonna be nice because Anna Meixner, she's coming there too, and she's been playing for Brynäs many years, so I know her. So we've been texting, and hopefully we're gonna be roomies. So that's great.
Good. Yeah, Anna Meixner from Austria was drafted as well. Yes. Well, I'm sure they'll welcome you with open arms. It'll, I can't help that it will be a little bit, make you nervous, but I think once you get on the ice, it's just like most hockey players, all the other things are not fun, and just get to the ice, and then you're like, oh, okay, now I can breathe and play hockey.
It would be nice. It would be nice to meet all the people, the teammates and everything. So I can't wait. It's gonna be nervous, but I for sure just gonna be myself. So hopefully that's enough.
Yeah. Oh, I know you're gonna be a fan favorite. I just can't wait. I wish we could make time go a little faster. Okay, so I wanted to switch gears for just a minute, as we've heard a little bit. You've spoken up about your mental health and ADHD as something that you work with and know about, and congratulations for that, and thank you for speaking up about that. Really, it takes some courage, and more people are, because of people like you speaking up, more people feel okay to also speak up. It makes, makes everybody feel a little bit better about their struggles, and to work with something like that when you're playing a sport and you have a lot of people around you and just a lot going on. So what can you tell us about what that's like, and why you decided to speak up, although it kind of goes without saying, but what has that been like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was harder when I was younger because I didn't really know how to be and how to, act, and just it was just like people were just trying to tell me like be quiet and like just like sit down and be there, like don't move and everything. And I'm it's more like I have a hard time concentrating. I just wanna all the time do something, and it's always something on my mind that's coming up, and trying to just listen what, for example, the coach is doing the drill or whatever, and I'm just like trying to watch, but then suddenly I'm thinking about yesterday's food or whatever. It's just like it's like just going around and I mean, as a hockey player, there's always a lot of things going around, and there's a lot of things you need to learn. And for like during the practices, I have like super hard times to just kind of be there. I need to talk all the time to someone, and of course, if I don't do that, then probably there's something not wrong, but I mean, then there's something that's on my mind that I can't kind of be myself. But I mean, I just wanted to tell them, like, I don't really know when I first told that to the media and like came out with that, but I think it was because of the coach here. I remember what coach. I think it was Mikael Forsberg or Forsgren. I don't remember his last name, but I think he was just like kind of taking up, and he was like do you want to take any like medicine kind of things? And I was like, no, because then I think I'm gonna be too calm, and I just kind of lost myself during the hockey. And of course, like getting older, you kind of know when you need to be like, okay, now put your extra focus on just concentrating and be quiet and just be there.
Stay present. Yeah,
and that's something when I just learned, being older and, just having those situations, just need to handle those kind of, when you get the pressure, that it's not getting too much, that you just like kind of overthink. So that's kind of something that just like, when I'm having fun, that's something when I know I'm relaxed, I'm just kind of, I can just be myself, but at the same time, I'm not like kind of, it's not going around my brains and everything. But I mean, it was just like easy to say that I have ADHD, and I'm just having a hard time concentrating. And that's something that the coach needs to know, because in the beginning, when I didn't tell them, they were just like, what's wrong with you? Why are you not listening? Like, you're just like going around and just like, that's unrespectful. And I'm like, no, like, I don't even know. I didn't recognize I was doing that. So sorry. Like, that was just like me doing it without knowing I was doing it. And, just like when the time went, I got older. It was just like being honest to the coaches and like people around. Like, I do want to listen, but I can still like, I need to just go around and see what's happening there too. I'm still listening, but there's like, when it's too much happening everywhere, I just need to like kind of handle it and just like see what's everywhere. But yeah, I mean, in the beginning it was hard. Now it's pretty easy. I'm also like getting, you get tired more. When I was younger, I could just like run everywhere and just like, didn't really have the limit. You just like went until the wall came there, and you just like, oh, okay, now you need to sit down. So I mean, just talking about it made it much easier, so they can kind of understand if I do something weird or talk too much, or just like not being there kind of thing.
Yeah, thank you again. It's if anybody has those challenges, I think it's easy to identify with what you just said about staying in the moment and you know, in a game when there's a lot happening, it's probably just enough to keep your mind going with your next shift and where everybody is. But sometimes, you know, in a practice or just in daily life, as you said, there's so many things that to me, it feels like energy, you know, nervous energy or just energy that has to go someplace. So for little Ronja skating around, checking on everybody else was just something, as you said, you don't even know that you're doing it, but you just have that energy to do something. And it can be a little bit difficult. So it's great that you spoke up, and I'm sure your teammates and Coach McLeod will work with you, and other players have spoken up, you know, so don't feel alone. There are a few others that have spoken very openly about that as well. And it's good that we all accept where each other is coming from and other challenges, just being away from your home country and so many, you know, can't forget that people playing this game are people first.
Exactly.
You know, we all have a history and family and relationships and situations that others might not know about. So just well appreciated, Ronja, that you spoke up about that, and hope you continue to do that. I think Ottawa will be a good place for you to do that. They like to say they have the best fans in the league.
I heard that. I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, they really, really like to say that a lot. I'm just saying. So once you get signed, which she will, fans don't have to worry about that. I'll just say that. And so when are you planning the trip over? You know, do you have, you said you have your living situation looked after. So what's the schedule like coming up?
I mean, I think the plan is we also have a tournament in beginning of the November in Sweden. So the plan is to be there and get a few games and practices, so it's easier to come to the training camp. But if I'm not gonna be there, I think I'm gonna be just like a week before you need to be there. But if I can plan it by myself, I hope I'm gonna be with the national team, get the games, and then come there just a few days before the training camp and get it started. So that's what's my plan looks like, but it's pretty open yet. Like I don't really know anything, but I hope I'm gonna be with the national team first.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for mentioning that. I'll put a link to those tournaments that will be happening. That'll be a good warm up for everybody. I guess the various countries. So yeah, it would be nice if they'd let us know the schedule pretty soon here so we can all plan. Everything is done, you know.
Yeah.
I know they're working on it. It's hard to get the arenas all.
Yeah, that's true.
Make sure all the arenas are available. Ottawa has a great arena, and a couple of the teams will be playing in some bigger arenas. So, you know, I'm sure they got to get all that scheduling done. And we just learned that New York will actually be playing in a different state, New Jersey, a little bit. Yeah, where the NHL team plays, the Prudential Center. Yeah. So
cool.
yeah, it'll be a great spot for the New York Sirens. And so Anna will be playing for does she know how to say the Montreal Victoire?
I don't think she knows. She says she's so bad with the languages, so you know she can. She's happy she can English. She can talk English and Swedish.
Yeah,
she was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a tough time."
And so you must speak English, Swedish, Finnish.
Yeah.
Just those three, not French, I guess. You'll pick up a petit peu de français.
I can just say bonjour and merci.
Yeah, oui. Oh my goodness, so much. It's making me almost nervous to think about everything that, you know, that you would have to go all new, but I hope you can take it in and enjoy it. I think it's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, it will be fine. There's a lot of people who will help, so it makes it easier. So it would be nice. I can't just wait. It's just like, you know, we've been settled 8 years at the same spot. So it's awesome to get something new, and you know, the culture and everything is gonna be new. So that's it's gonna be awesome. Even though it's gonna be tough and hard in the beginning, but I love that. I love challenging stuff. So it'll be
Good. I know at the draft, in your press conference afterwards, you said things about getting better, even better, and bringing the best version of yourself. So it's going to be, great competition and physical. So we know that Ronja is going to enjoy that physicality. And so thank you. That's all we had for today. And I'm getting more excited. I wish we could speak when the exact schedule is, but we'll know that soon. So please, continue to enjoy your summer there. And we really appreciate you taking some time here today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Okay. So we will see you in, let's say, December to be 100% sure, but we'll see you with the Ottawa Charge. Thank you for joining us today, Ronja. All the best.
All the best.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
PWHL Puck Drop Podcast.